Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane, and let's talk about Basketball Wives Season 7, Episode 17 reunion. We only get one part of this reunion. We don't get part 2, part 3. We don't get nothing. And it was just like crazy at the end. Evelyn was talking about Tammy, talking about Tammy could show her real life and not be fake, and what she seems it is in her health. It's like, damn, why is the last thing that you say is about Tammy? Why is your last speech about Tammy? You're supposed to love Jennifer, right? Talk about Jennifer the most. You talked about Tammy. You ended on the note of Tammy. Like, it just seems like you stay with Tammy's name in your mouth for some reason. I don't know why. I know you guys got problems, you got issues and things like that, but don't end off your show with talking about Tammy. But it is what it is. It went down that way. And so let's talk about the fashions. And we're talking about the fashions. I really think that OG. I really love the color, the lime green pants, and the top was really pretty. I do like the color. I don't know if she could have chose something differently. Maybe her makeup could have matched her outfit, but I did really like the pantsuit because green is my favorite color, so you can say I'm biased on that. And then you can also say, let's talk about Tammy's outfit. Her pantsuit was really nice, and the narrow shoulders. I guess the shoulder pad is kind of narrow. Evelyn had the same thing, and so did Shani. I don't know if they was all in cahoots together, but actually Tammy's outfit looked really nice. She looked really small, really petite. Her hair was nice, her makeup was nice. She looked good. She was the smallest person on that couch, that was for sure. And then let's get on to Shani. Shawnee's makeup looked nice too as well. I love the diamonds that she had on her wrist, her earrings. I was like, oh shit. Let's get back to OG. OG necklace was nice, but I wish she would have went with something black with that, green outfit that she had on. But the necklace was a pretty necklace. I just don't think it went with the lime green. And then let's get on to Shani. Shani here, I like the braids, even though it reminds you of going on a trip, going to Miami, going to the Bahamas and stuff like that. I did like her braids, and her dress, type of outfit was okay. It was nice. It looked like her and Jackie shopped at the same place. And then let's move on to Evelyn. Evelyn's jacket with the narrow shoulders, just as Tammy, looked nice too as well. The shirt, her, it looked like her boobs were like pinned together. They taped them, they glued them. It was a nice shirt under. It's just like the way that her boobs was fitting in that shirt. I was like, oh shit. And then the pants she had on, or the leggings she had on, they was cool. The colors were very soft that Evelyn had on. Her makeup was nice, but she had the part in the middle with the gel down. Like, come on. It's a 90s kind of world. I'm glad I got my girls that that's straight from the 90s with the this part in the middle, slick down gel, long ass weave down your back. And so but she looked she looked good. And so, but she didn't overdo it. No one really overdid it tonight. Then we get to Malaysia. Malaysia hair looked nice. I like the bangs that she did have too as well. It looked nice. And the dress that she had on, it was a nice dress. We know that it's expensive because she told us it was expensive. But it also reminded me of this grasshopper that, flew on my windshield when I was driving. And it was like lime green. It was like really green. And it had like pink, white wings. You'll see it in the slideshow. It just reminded me of that. But, she looked all right. She was very covered up. She looked, like she wanted to give us a classy look with the bright colors that matched her makeup and her hair. So it looked nice. I particularly don't like the dress, but it wasn't an ugly dress at all. And then let's move on to who's next. Jackie boots were everything. Them boots that she had on, I would love to have them boots with a nice pair of jeans. Them boots are everything. The bra that Jackie had on looked nice too as well. The dress, it was a lot showing, you know what I mean? Like, she was being sexy, let you know that she still got that row back. But I liked her makeup. I like her lashes, her lipstick, her wig. I did not like, because you can tell it was a wig, and that part on the side just makes it look like somebody just plopped that wig on her head. But I did like the fur coat. I don't know if it was wolf pussy like Tammy said like a couple of seasons ago, or if it was actually a fur coat. But it was a nice coat. I liked the coat and I liked the shoes. Them two things I did like. And I liked her makeup, and her eyelashes looked nice too as well. And then let's get on to Kristen. She looked like she was from like 2004. 2004 when you go to the club, the outfit that Kristen had on, that would have been lit at the club, with the little tight shirt on, small, the pants on. Then she had the around the way girl ponytail in the middle. That's the go-to reunion style, the little ponytail in the middle of the top of your head, and you just put the weave going down and gelled up in the front. pull out your baby's hair. That was just, she had, the normal hairdo that they wear at the reunions, but she looked nice. Her makeup was flawless. Her makeup was absolutely, positively flawless, and her eyelashes was flawless too as well. But her outfit was very simple and plain. It didn't look like she spent a lot of money on it, but she's a mother, a homemaker mother. She's a homemaker. Her husband's out there working, trying to get that cheddar and them dollars, so she can't be throwing them ducats on everything. Because remember when she was at Evelyn's little party that she was having, like, she was gonna donate half to charity and half not to charity. That goes the grasshopper that Malaysia reminded me of, but the one I see had a little bit of pink in it too as well. So she was like, I can't be spending all that type of money, so she didn't go all out. And then we get on to, what's her name? It's Cece. Cece, dress and shoes, makeup, hair, flawless. I'm going to say, I'm going to have to give Cece stole the show with her outfit. Like, everything that Cece had on was flawless. Her dress was just perfect. It was classy, cocktail, it was just beautiful. She had a beautiful dress and went with her complexion. And then the shoes was beautiful too as well. It just fit her lovely. It looked like she was very effortless and getting dressed for the reunion show, in my opinion. So I'm going to say Cece's number one. I'm going to, and number two, I'm going to say number two is Tammy, and number three is Evelyn, in my opinion. But I would throw OG in at number three too, because I just love green, and it was a great outfit. It's just the makeup up top, and maybe if her hair was a little bit curly and it was in a short of bob, I don't know, but she looked good. I like what she had on. She looked good. But Cece stole the show all day, every day. And then Evelyn with her pantsuit on, pin-up suit, perfect. And then the pictures that you see about the police, these are the police throwing up the all white wing sign like this to show that they're involved with the white supremacists. And that's what Malaysia was talking about when she was really scared of the police. Her brother was killed by the police, but there's been some things where the police had the white supremacy has entered the police department, so just be careful and watch your back. And it's all over the news. And then on top of that, let's talk about Evelyn's situation about Puerto Rico. Actually, 2,900 and change people died in Puerto Rico. Isn't that crazy? It's just like, whoa. So let's get on to it. So anyways, we jump right into the situation. It was just like, damn, they asking, Shani how she feels about the new girl. She was like, Kristen was so wonderful. She was a breath of fresh air. She was great. She fit in. She had a little mouth, but you liked her. OG, you really couldn't take how she was. Like, she was really strong personality. And she said Cece really couldn't handle it. It was too much for her. Then Evelyn was like, oh, yes. Kristen wasn't thirsty. Kristen was very thirsty. She was beyond thirsty for your attention and for Jennifer's attention. Dead up. And so I don't know if Malaysia answered the question or not. And Tammy actually said that she apologized to OG about talking about the way that she looks and everything, and what she said that was negative. She brought her to the side to tell her, hey, listen, I said some things about you and I made comments on your opinion. I just wanted to let you know that I'm sorry. I really like you. And she reached out to her. And also Jackie reached out to OG about her brother passing away and things like that. So we'll see. I'm glad that Tammy did develop a relationship with OG, because it seemed like Malaysia really did not like OG, and she was always saying something negative about OG. And OG didn't fit into the circle with Evelyn or Jennifer, for whatever case may be. They didn't like her, but OG was like, I'm just me. I'm just myself. I dress the way that I like. I'm not dressing for people. I'm not dressing for other people. I'm not, it's whatever you think about me. Because Malaysia was like, oh my goodness, the side boob is terrible. And yes, nobody wants to see anybody's side boob, but if we see people every day that we probably don't like what they have on, and it's nothing. So it went down that situation. When they said, what about OG, it was like when Marco was like, your fashions this season, and everybody just made all types of faces and things like that, except for Tammy and actually Cece didn't make any faces, because that was like some shit right there. Because we all know that OG, like, she has a very big, huge, flamboyant type of style. Like, she doesn't match her clothes. thinks she's very different. Like, she has her own style, and she doesn't care what people think, and that's the best way to be. If you're going to be on this show, you're going to be out here in this world, don't care what people think or whatever. But, her and Malaysia kept going back and forth with that situation. OG was like, I like my side boob. And so Malaysia was like, oh, okay, I'm glad. I'm happy that you like your side boob. I'm happy. I'm about woman empowerment too as well. So it's like Malaysia kept, jumping in when OG would say something to, Kristen, but Malaysia never jumped in to defend Cece at all, so I don't think she's feeling Cece at all. So it's just like that type of situation. I was just like, damn. So we see where Cece don't really stand nowhere with, Kristen, really, because Kristen really blames Cece for, her relationship with Byron and not having a relationship. It's up to Byron to, reach out to his granddaughter and reach out to his son and reach out to you too as well. It's not on Cece's back. Like Cece said, I'm not his wife. And also, Kristen, you said that she's not solidified yet. And so, Cece was like, I don't know what's going on between us, because one minute, she likes me, next minute she doesn't, and I'm not good enough for Byron, and I shouldn't be in the picture. So, it is what it is. And then, the big elephant in the room was, Jennifer's not there. Jennifer was MIA, and she left, and she had her attorneys reach out to VH1 to let them know that she's not showing up because she feel like she might be attacked. And that's a legal way to get yourself out of a situation where she can still get paid, still get her money, because she feel like bodily harm is going to come to her. So it is what it is with that situation. Malaysia, if we would never do that table at her, we probably would have had her sitting on stage. But, scared the woman where she ain't even coming on the show. But then I don't think Jennifer wants to be asked the questions about, Evelyn's daughter and talking about her daughter. Then also the whole rumor situation being brought up again, having Tammy there and actually trying to squirming her way out the situation, saying it's Tammy's fault again. And then people going to say, well, you said it was you that made up the rumor. So, she did the right thing for herself and for her sanity not to be there. And, Shani was like, how are we supposed to make up? How are we supposed to how are we supposed to move forward if you are not here? Like, how can we discuss this and talk about this? How can I even take you serious to think that you're going to show up to work? So Shawnee's kind of throwing it out there that she might not be there, but she can't really say that because then she could get sued by, Jen. Jen ain't gonna play around. She gonna sue you. She knows the law. She has attorneys, and she graduated the top of her class, so that ain't gonna happen. But she should have got some. she should have went to the school of common sense, because she should have known that. Spreading these rumors and talking about people that was going to come up and blow up in her face one day, it just happened to be this season. I would have put out them fires ASAP. I would have went to Evelyn. I would have went to Tammy. I would have been friends with everybody. I would have been like, I did this, I did that, and I was wrong, instead of it coming out like the way it did. So it makes her look bad. And then now we have Evelyn saying that she's never going to be Jennifer's friend ever. It's done. It's not going to happen anymore. So we have that situation. And then also, the question was asked to, Shani, did you think Jennifer kind of used Kristen or whatever because they became so close and things like that? And Shani was like, nah, I think, Jennifer didn't have any friends out here. There was a limited amount of people that she can film with, or people she was friends with. So, Jen was perfect for her. And so then that's when I guess OG jumped in, and she was like, well, they asked OG, what does she think? And OG was like, well, I think it was kind of mutual because, Kristen got to be put on and be in the inner circle with Evelyn and, Jen and also Shani. So, she benefit from their friendship too as well. Maybe she's going to be the new Jen. I was like, no, you didn't. And then that's when Malaysia was like, no, absolutely not. No way, no how. And it was like, that's a little bit extreme. That's what Malaysia was saying. Malaysia was going in. She didn't even stick up for Kristen at all like that. Like, she was coming like she was there for Kristen. I mean, like, she didn't stick up for Cece at all that much this season, maybe once or twice, and she really didn't really want to do it. So but right now, that she definitely got Kristen back, and she's happy that Kristen is a part of the end circle because Malaysia's part of the end circle now. So it is like what it is, but OG called it out, and Cece was co-signing it, and Jackie was co-signing it with her eyes, and Shani knew she wanted to say, yeah, that's true. But, she did. And Evelyn wanted to say that too, even though she tried to act like, she's not thirsty because they made the faces. But, when you hear the truth, you hear the truth. It hits you somewhere and you just be like, yeah, that sounds about right. So we had that situation go on. I was just like, Kristen's being called out. Kristen was like, that is not true. That is not true at all. I am not thirsty. And so now we get on to, situation where, OG and Kristen, they go back and forth at it. And basically, it's about, that's not true. That's not what happened. I just, basically, Christian was like, yo, you desperate, like, like you doing too much. And Kristen was just like, that's not true. I don't know why you coming at me. I did not use Jennifer as it wasn't no situation like that or whatever. And she was like basically trying to tell OG that, come on, you played yourself, honey. And OG was like, no, you played yourself. And so then somewhere out of the clear blue sky, OG was like, that's why your husband don't want to have a baby with you. And that's when Kristen was, she was saying something like, that's why you was on Skype begging your man to be with you. You want what I have. You want a husband. You want some kids. Excuse me, and looking all desperate and everything. I was just like, oh no, like she went there, like that Skype situation where OG, a lot of people do that, a lot of people Skype and do that, but it's when you do it on national TV, kind of looks like, whoa. She was like, you had your ass all up in the camera and everything, begging this man to be with you, and he don't even want to be with you. And then that's when OG was like, that's why your husband don't want to have another baby with you, because he ain't got no money, because you guys are broke. That's what Thomas said. Thomas said you can't afford it, you don't got enough money for her with that little ass apartment you have. That's when Malaysia jumped in and was like, it's not a little ass apartment, it's a townhouse. She was like, and then so Kristen was like, oh, you trying to dog me out because your apartment is bigger? That's right. OG's apartment is huge compared to, and she lives there on her own because Kwame's supposed to be moving in with her. So that was like a shot. That was a dig. So now you know why Kristen has on her 2004 best. So, but her makeup is flawless. So we have that situation go on. I was just like, damn. And so LG was like, let me answer the question. She stand up and she shows herself, and everybody else is looking at her like you're doing too much, except for, Cece. Cece wasn't looking at her like she's doing too much. So we have that situation. So OG, so it's like the little youngins on the show, since, we're going to wait before we get into the Tammy and the Evelyn situation. We're going to let the youngins get into it. Jackie was quiet. Jackie, really didn't say anything negative. Jackie really proved to everybody that she can change, she can be different, and she can grow too as well. And she don't have to be the center of attention. You saw her persona for years now. This is the Jackie. Like, I'm quiet. I don't get into drama all the time. I don't be acting up all the time. These guys got me fucked up. So she proved to herself that, she was cool or whatever. And then Malaysia's brother, they talk about that. Then we talked about the Evelyn situation with Puerto Rico. Then we talked about OG. She's losing her brother and everything like that. And that was sad. And, she was kind of like crying. But she said, Tammy and Jackie reached out to her. And she said she was also happy that, Kristen reached out to her at Jackie's play or whatever. So, you got that situation. But Kristen know that OG called her out on it. Like, she wanted to be the new Jennifer. Jennifer and Kristen can actually be sisters. And so then they started showing footage from last season. I mean, from like a while ago, about like the issues, like supposedly Tammy and Evelyn had supposed to made up. What was the issue? Why did they go back into it? Why did they get nasty towards each other and shit like that? So basically, Tammy was like, the real issue is because, Evelyn heard something that she thought that I said, and she felt bad about it, and she was upset about it, because that's when, Tammy was saying, the last reunion about like, Evelyn donating the money to Jackie Christie's daughter, that, the GoFundMe was up and they had already reached their goal, and you only did it to come at Jackie and throw it at Jackie's face, that you did something for her, whether or not it is. But Takari got the money. So at the end, Takari wins this one. She got a donation, but she also got talked about that season 2 on the show, and she didn't get a dime for them using her name all season long last year. And so then that's when, so Evelyn was like, I felt a certain type of way when I heard Tammy say that shit, because that wasn't true or whatever. And then Tammy was like, well, yeah, you're going around. And then also Evelyn was like, she heard that Jennifer and Evelyn was instigating some drama and some lies, some whatever, to come at her and try to make her look bad for the next season or whatever. So that really bothered her. Then if that bothered you, that Jennifer and Tammy was plotting against you and you knew about it, why the hell did you become back friends with Jennifer? Like, you should have got everything clear in the open with Jennifer. Like, yo, what did you say about me? What did you do with Tammy? What would you guys plotting? You known her for years, so you should have known what she was up to. You made it, you just jumped back in a friendship with Jennifer, not clarifying and rectifying everything that you guys did, because you said in Amsterdam that you guys said we both talk shit about each other, so we're gonna leave it as that. You should have clarified the shit that that both of you guys were saying about each other, to make sure it wasn't something that was gonna smack you in your face, where you didn't want to be her friend no more, as AKA Jennifer talking about, Shanice and spreading her business out here in the street and making you look like you ain't a good mother. So I was just like, damn. So we get it like that. And so then also, Tammy was like, and also like you did some foul shit. You was going around sending emails to people I do business with all over the place, to executives and things like that about me. So basically what I'm getting from it, that Evelyn was just, like, if I'm going to come back on the show, then, I really don't want Tammy there, because, because Evelyn was like, I had a miscarriage, this and that, or I had a miscarriage. I really didn't want the drama and the stress. So she probably was promoting that she didn't want Tammy on the show. She didn't want to be around Tammy and next to her if she does come back. And so she was going around saying probably negative things about Tammy to these executive people that actually make executive decisions, whether Tammy's going to do this part, that part, and how much she's going to get paid, and is it worth the headache. And so that's also when Tammy was like, well, you said that you was never gonna come back to Basketball Wives, but you here. Look, and so Tammy was like, I'm glad every day that I wake up that I'm happy. You said you'll never come back to the show, and look at you here, and the only reason why you here because you tried to get onto another show, tried to audition for another show, but it didn't work. They didn't want you, so you came back to this show and tried to pretend like that you were, Shawnee's best friend, and then you lied about the situation with Carl. That you lied about that because you guys wasn't even together, and in your fake embryo. So none of that story was true. Yes, that was not true, and Tammy's absolutely right, because it came out in the blogs that they were separated long before she got back on the show. So Shawnee giving her shots in her stomach and all these embryos and stuff like that wasn't true, because Carl was with the next woman, and this woman is about to deliver his baby, and I think they said that she's almost ready to give birth. So you guys can check out my Basketball Wife drama playlist, and you can see and Carl Crawford was living somewhere else, and Evelyn was living somewhere else too as well. She was living in another state. He was living in another state, and he was flying. He was on jets. He was with the woman that he's with now, and then also allegedly one of his orders, allegedly. So that's the situation. So then that's when Evelyn was like, okay, I got some information on you. When we was over there in Miami, or we was in, I don't know where they was in Rome, they was somewhere, and you told me and you told Shawnee that you can't have kids, like that situation with you and Reggie, that you can't have kids, and she was like, your eggs are burnt and fried, you can't give birth, so what are you talking about? I was like, oh shit. So this is when Evelyn is like, so Tammy, you fake, you lying about your storyline. So basically Evelyn is saying that storyline about you and Reggie trying to get pregnant, trying to have a baby, was fake, because you can't even have kids, and you knew before you filmed the next season that you couldn't have kids. So your storyline is fake, and you being fake. And Evelyn is saying that she was legit, but I don't know how can Evelyn call her fake when her story was fake too as well. So this is what it is. Evelyn was like, I said I only wanted to do the show when I show my authentic life, which like others are not showing their authentic life. Like, so basically she's saying that Tammy is not showing her authentic life. Well, Tammy may be able to have kids, she may not be able to have kids. She is up in age, and I think she's 48 years old. I'm not sure if she is or not, but that's what they say online. I don't know what the situation is with Tammy. I hope everything is cool with Tammy, that she's not sick and she doesn't have no illness. And it'll really be really sad that she's not able to talk about her illness and let the world know how to deal with it, because she could be embarrassed, or maybe she just wants people out of her business. Maybe she wants to keep something private to herself, because she has shared so much on TV and reality TV, because she was on reality TV back in the 90s. And here is 2018, and she's on a reality TV show now. So we have that situation. And so I was just like, damn, so we're going to do it like that. So then they asked, so Tammy was like, so Shani, did we have that conversation? Did that happen? Did that go down? And Shani was like, oh no, I can't remember what happened. I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened. I can't remember any conversation. So Shani's fake about that situation. She could have set the record straight for either Evelyn or Tammy and said, yes, I heard that, or no, I didn't hear that. But she's trying to stay mutual because she still wants these two ladies to be on this show. And we know that Tammy's supposed to not be returning to Basketball Wives point blank period, and her leaving the stage and saying bye shows you that she doesn't want to be there anymore. And if she is suffering from anything, if she has any illness, or anything that, doctor's order that she's under, or whatever, maybe that is not even true at all, but the stress, the anger, the madness that you get, and how upset you get, that takes a toll on your kidneys, your liver. It takes a toll on your body, all that stress and drama. Then you got people around Owen and on, and what people going to talk about the show. You got them lights on you, and you just got to deal with that negativity. And you've been doing it for so long. At one point in time, you got to be tired, especially if you got other opportunities. And it seems like Tammy has other opportunities, but Evelyn done dropped the bombshell when she said that, Evelyn was lying, that Tammy was lying, that, she told her that she couldn't have kids or whatever. I don't believe that Tammy would tell Evelyn that, but who knows, because Tammy always wanted to be their friends and be accepted by them, and she said that on the season. They always made fun of her. They always did something to her. And then they talk about, Evelyn dressing up like Tammy, acting like Tammy, and all this other stuff. And so, Evelyn was like, I don't talk about you. Let's get to, I don't take jabs with you unless you take jabs at me. Don't come for me unless I send for you. Basically, them old reads that are just like, come on, this is 2018. And so Tammy was like, you always talking about you. You always got my name in your mouth. Like, what are you talking about? So we just have that situation, and it's just like, damn. And so Tammy was like, I'm too through. I'm done. You lied about your situation with, Shani, like you guys were so close and best friends. Everyone's like, we've been friends for 13 years. So, back to that situation with Evelyn getting back on the show, it's on the video I did on it, that she was in dire straits and she was begging Shani for help. Shani put her up in an apartment, gave her some money, helped her with it, help her get herself stable back in LA because she wasn't stable. So, but everybody can go to unstable situation. But then the whole season, it was about her and Carl, and they was not together at all, point blank period. But he let her ride with that because he either came out and said something different, but he didn't. So, Tammy left, she bounced, she got off the stage, she was gone. And so then now, boom, we move on to the CC and the Kristen situation in Malaysia. Just like the host said, Mark, that you guys are supposed to be a dual family, nothing comes between it. Well, oops, there was a change. Malaysia and Kristen are friends, and Cece's on the outs basically. And so Cece was like, well, she didn't tell me it was a joke. I didn't understand what she said it was a joke. I wasn't trying to come after her. I wasn't trying to lie on her or throw her under the bus. I just really didn't understand that it was a joke, the happy ending part of everything. She did not say that, and she should have said that to me right there and then so I can comprehend and get it. And so that's when Cece was like, I got receipts, baby. Here's a 7-page text. Who the fuck wants to read 7 pages of text? I would have ignored half them texts. 7 pages? Come on. Would you sit there and read 7 pages of text message on a little screen? So anyways, so Kristen said, I seen you the text. Here it is where I told you for the 100th time it was a joke. And so now it makes it look like Cece made a big deal out of everything. It seems like Cece wouldn't have made a big deal out of them saying it's a happy ending if she knew that it was a joke, because she didn't want no drama. She didn't want no smoke with Jennifer or Evelyn, number one. They really didn't apologize for that joke to her as well. Then on top of that, that joke saying that happy endings with her being Filipino, working in a masseuse type of capability at her office where they do massages, and she's a nurse and she does all types of different other stuff at her studio at the time when the rumor came out, and it's like a stereotype that which is like is bad for business. And she already got called Lily on the show, but she forgives Evelyn for calling her Lily, and Evelyn forgives her for calling her Evelyn. So it is what it is with that situation. And so we get to the text message where Cece sent the text messages to Kristen, and it was about Byron, that he didn't want to do dinner, he didn't want to do lunch. Malaysia jumped in and she read the text. She knew it from verbatim that we don't want to do lunch, we don't do Father's Day, we don't want to do holidays or anything like that because Cece's paying for everything. They didn't even say anything about why Cece paying for everything. Like, you're gonna disrespect Cece, Kristen, and talk about it, but you and your husband can't cover your dinner, can't go can't go Dutch with Cece and Byron. Why is Cece paying for y'all grown folks meals and shit like that? You know what I mean? So that means she went over the beyond the call of duty to assist and make you guys feel comfortable too as well. Cece said for 4 years everything was straight, everything was good, and all of a sudden everything just fall apart, and it fell apart right here on this show. Cece said she can't force Byron to go visit, his granddaughter or talk to his son. That's not her business. But what made Cece look bad in the situation is because Cece was coming off saying that Byron told her to tell Kristen that he didn't want to do these things with her. But Cece said eventually, it was going to have to come to head because he's not going to want to do these things. So I just told you, but he wanted me to tell you, but I just told you guys when I wanted to tell you. So it made her look like, she's instigated in the situation. But sometimes I just don't think Cece comprehends the drama and the things that are going on, that people are looking at her because of the moves that she is making by the text messages. She should have made it clear that this is what, but she did say that. She said this previously that, Byron told me this and I wanted to give you guys the head up and tell you how Byron was feeling. Should I just said nothing? Yes, you should have just said nothing and let it be, because Cece said in Amsterdam that, hey, listen, I wasn't trying to hurt you. I wasn't trying to do nothing to you, but I just wanted to tell you how Byron was feeling, what he was going through, and what he thought about the situation, so you guys can fix it and make it better, because I just wanted to give you the heads up. So, but here on the reunion, it made it look like, oh, Cece was she was plotting and she was being manipulative, and trying to, she was kind of like controlling Byron in the situation, and it wasn't, because she told her over and over that she wanted to let you know what Byron said. So Byron has not seen his granddaughter or his son or Kristen, and there gotta be an issue. The issue is not Cece telling him what to do, because like she said, she can't tell that grown man what to do. Even Malaysia says she can't tell that grown man what to do. He must be very disappointed in you, Cece, and disappointed in his son. Then on top of that, there must be a lot of family issues going on, dealing with, Byron's ex-wife, and now he has a new girlfriend. He's been with her for 4 years. I don't know why the drama's still going on, but it's something that he don't like. Maybe he feels like he's been taken advantage of. And then when OG said to Kristen that you live in that little small tiny house, I was just like, yo, she went there. OG went there. Like, she earned her keeps by saying that. But it's a townhouse, and it's in California, so it's expensive. So it seems like they're from hand fist to mouth, fist hand to mouth, how that saying goes. So we have that situation. So it is what it is with that situation. And before Tammy leaves, she says that, she apologized to Tammy. She apologized to Chad and his family and all that other stuff. She apologized that's when Evelyn was like, oh, you're an actress. I don't believe it. So it's like, you're not going to believe anything you say. She says, it is what it is. It's like, okay. But she's going. She got other things to do. She made a career for herself. And she took this Lemon show, and she ended up going outside of this network and doing other things and working with this network too as well. And I believe Evelyn wants to do the same thing too as well. But I think her personality and the things that she has done in the past really perturb people and turn them the wrong way. Because I believe if Chad could do it all over again, I know he regrets the day he met Evelyn, even though they're still good friends. And Evelyn said that, if she was stranded on an island and she needed somebody and she needed help, she'll call Chad Ochocinco. But I know if he could do it all over again, he would not went there with her, because it just totally ended his career. His behavior was wrong too as well. He should have read the writing on the wall, but Chad Ochocinco thought he was a shit back then, and that's just what happened. He had a reality TV shows. He done got up with her, and it just went downhill. So then they start to talk about the retreat, and then the retreat situation, they was talking about Tammy changing over a new leaf, going to a preacher and a pastor and all this other stuff. Evelyn said it was shady what she did and how she did it, because she done put the bug in, Shawnee's ear, but when she could have went and told her off camera. Well, what's the point of telling her off camera? Because then the things are not aired out, and then the people don't know. Then it looks like, she's playing games, and excuse me, and then it means that, and then the truth doesn't come out, and now we're guessing and we're putting things together, like the situation with Byron and Kristen. So basically, yeah, she want to put it out there because shit, she felt like putting it out there. And even though she waited a year, and Evelyn threw it up in her face that she waited a year, but look, Shani waited how many years to tell you about what was going on with Jennifer said about Shanice? How long did Malaysia wait? You know what I mean? So they waited a minute to tell you what was going on with the situation. They waited a minute to tell you everything that you think that you should have known. And now that you find out, so if you would have known what Jennifer was doing, you would have never been her friend, because now you ended your friendship with Jennifer because of what she said. So if you knew, you wouldn't have been friends with Jennifer. So don't miss me with that bullshit. So still, she still wants to blame, Tammy. Oh, she waited a year, she should have told her off camera. Nothing Tammy would have did would have satisfied you at all. But the truth is out there. The truth hurts, and you lost a friendship with Jennifer because she was actually the mastermind and the liar in the situation, and she tried to get everybody involved, including Tammy, including Malaysia, and Jackie knew the secret too, but Jackie kept her mouth closed. She didn't say anything, and so that's when Evelyn was like, I appreciate Jackie, when they tried to get her to talk and spill the beans about the rumor, she didn't say nothing. So I think that she can change. Can you change? Can you be different? Can you really be a humble person and just not take jabs and be forgiving? Maybe you was forgiving to Jen because it was beneficial for you guys to be rocking together, and it makes it good for the show to have you, Jen, and Shani together to remind you guys of your Miami days when you was running the streets, leaving your daughter at home, paying the bills. But that's what Jennifer said. I ain't the one that said that. So it is what it is with that situation. So, even Shani said there's a disconnect with the situation with, Tammy, because you see she didn't go on a trip. She went on every trip. Yeah, she's tired of the bullshit. She's tired. It got to be draining to film and then just have people just make up things and want to come after. You got a person, you got Evelyn out here talking to executives about, Tam's situation and people that she do business with. And then somebody trying to take your bag and take the money out of your mouth and try to belittle you and try to make them have a nasty taste towards you and not do business with you. Why would you want to work with them? And then on top of that, the little petty things that you pick up. Oh, she should have told her. Like, everybody should have told Shani, because apparently everybody did know. So, and nobody told you what Jennifer was saying or doing or whatever. So now we have that situation. So, it just seems like Tammy's totally over the show. It's tiring. And she said she wasn't even like upset with Jennifer. I mean, with, Evelyn, but acting like her and betraying her and stuff like that. Like, damn, your speech ended on, Tammy. You talked about Tammy this whole season's like, Tammy was your startup. Tammy is what made you popular. Last season, it was you going at Jackie and talking about her daughter because Jackie was the top tier of the show. Tammy's the top tier of the show. You and Tammy, kind of, worked yourself around. But the big story was Jackie and Sakari's situation, because that hit the media, that hit the blogs. Everybody talked about it. It was on the Breakfast Club. It was on Hollywood Unlocked. Everybody was talking about it. So your new stitch was this rumor situation and blaming, Tammy for all season, knowing that Jennifer put this rumor together. And Tammy said, yes, she did talk to Jennifer about how they was going to tell, Shani about the rumor or whatever. But then it got deaded because you and Jennifer became friends. She came on the show and everybody just kept their mouth closed. But then all the shadiness that was going on all season, the shit came out because it was going to come out one way or another. It was either going to come out through Tammy or it was going to come out through Malaysia, seeing the way that Jennifer is acting and behaving and how Jennifer was coming in between Cece and Kristen and also taking Kristen away from you, Malaysia. So it was going to come out regardless. Peace. I'm out. This was a good season. We got to see a lot of karma come back to people and we got to get some unresolved issues. We got, Evelyn saying this stuff about Tammy, about that she knew that she couldn't have a kid, and then we find out that Evelyn was out here in these streets trying to stop Tammy's bag too as well. And then also something that we all knew, that her and Carl Crawford was not together when she got back on the show, and her storyline was that she was, getting ready to be, she wanted to have a baby, and she was taking these injections and these shots. So we got to see all that. So peace, I'm out. And then also just like, Jennifer and Evelyn spreading their little rumor about Cece or making a joke about her and then saying, oh, it was a joke. Then the biggest rumor came up with Jennifer talking about, Evelyn having sex with Shawnee's ex, and then her talking about, and then the rumor about her, she spread it about, Evelyn's daughter. So it was a lot of karma that came in. And then Jennifer, her karma came back to her because she started this rumor, tried to blame it on somebody else. And she got called out on it, and she had admitted that she started the rumor. So it is what it is. It was a good season for me. Peace. I'm out. One love.